Hey, everybody. Matthew Iovanni, CEO of FullFunnel. We are a revenue operations organization servicing South America, North America, and Europe. Topic that I want to talk about today is sales team leverage. It's a very common problem that I interact with frequently with companies that are sort of either scaling or are sort of SMB companies that have a somewhat stagnant sales and marketing team. And it's this idea of leverage in terms of positions in your demand gen and pipeline management programs. I want to be specific. We don't think about things as sales and marketing anymore. We think about demand gen and pipeline management. Demand generation is getting the horse to water. That is usually consummated with a SAL and a B2B context. That's a discovery call with your ideal client profile. That is what a demand gen program is supposed to yield. Pipeline management is the act of getting the horse to drink and consummating a sale. So the big issue that I see, and I've been seeing a lot the last 2 weeks as I've been going through a number of consulting engagements with clients, is this idea of sort of sales team leverage. You want to ensure that your pipeline managers, right, which are usually account executives or someone past that sort of position point, are doing AE things. An AE is supposed to be doing the following 5 things in this exact order at any given time. Number 1, closing deals. Number 2, negotiating deals. Number 3 is submitting proposals to close deals. Number 4 is having disco or demo calls. And number 5 is prospecting. It is in that exact order. The best use of time for an AE or any sort of pipeline manager is to close deals. So if you have your pipeline managers doing prospecting, you have to understand why are you doing that. In some instances, there's a good reason. Maybe your ICP or your demographic is a very cerebral or high-end type of ICP that's not a good fit for a BDR, as an example, or SDR position to be interacting with. We see this a lot with CISOs, CTSOs, CTOs, that's a good one, and really any sort of real technical role, things like CFOs, so on and so forth. The idea is to ensure that when you're looking at your sales program, your pipeline managers are not doing low value work, and your demand gen team is essentially keeping them completely satisfied with high level activities. A lot of times this is a concept that's lost on folks. There's 2 traps that I see people fall into. Number 1, people promoting SDRs just to promote them into AEs so they don't lose them. SDRs are in notoriously transient position. These folks want to spend 12 to 18 months or less sometimes and get promoted into a higher level job function. And sometimes to do that, they'll give them the title, but they'll give them the sort of full cycle sales responsibilities. These types of things are usually dilutive to an overall sales organization. That's the first trap that I see. The second is essentially being under leveraged with the SDR resources to AEs. So I've seen things like a 1-to-1 ratio. That's usually not enough. Unless you have a really, really productive SDR function, a 1-to-1 ratio is usually not going to work for you. Usually it's going to be a 2-to-1 or a 3-to-1 SDR to AE ratio to fully keep those folks completely booked solid so that you can measure the efficacy of your pipeline management program. Something I'm seeing a lot of, thought I'd let you guys know this. If you guys want to talk about sales leverage, or if you want to comment below how you guys are dealing with that in your own sales and marketing program, would love to hear from you. But that's what I'm seeing out on the street.